Good morning, everyone, and I welcome you all to the JioGlass Developers Connect. My name is Priyanka Yadav, and I lead marketing at JioTesseract. I'd like to thank you all for being a participant and joining us today for this another interactive session. At Tesseract, we are on our mission to, democratizing mixed reality. And in true sense, if I have to say it is about making the vision or the mission that we have a reality for the next billion internet users in India, and we can say so, the next Indian households in India. Our goal is to build a platform that can support developers like you and the businesses and provide them with the support in building high quality XR experiences for the future XR consumers that are going to be in India. And thus, our program, JioGlass Developers, is focused on building developer success and enabling them to making a mark in the XR world. There are always humble beginnings. We also started small and then we are growing rapidly, and Ishika, our speaker for today, is going to be putting and spreading more light on it. So just to proceed with who is she, and for delivering today's session, I'd like to introduce you all to our colleague Ishika Gupta from the Dev Partnerships and Dev Relations team, where she would be taking an in depth stride on how you get started with your metaverse journey with the GeoGlass Developers Program. In case you're already a member, we would really highly encourage you, if you want your friends and the people who are in the similar space, to bring them and together work and drive this growth journey. And without any further ado, Ishika, I would invite you to please begin the session and kickstart the developers program introduction to the developer community. Over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Priyanka, for that kind introduction and such a warm welcome. I welcome each one of you, and in this session. I can see some familiar faces and I can see some new faces too. So welcome all of you. I want to start with, a message which is that I hope all of you are safe and following the appropriate COVID measures and riding through the third wave. We're excited to have you on board and join us as we democratize mixed reality. This is an important year for us as we take our homegrown XR product and platform, GeoGlass, to market launch. And we hope that each one of you, in your own way, um, can be a part of it. Be it, developers who will be creating meaningful immersive experiences that will increase consumer engagement, or enterprises who will adopt this interactive technology in their business operations to improve productivity, or even consumers who will drive the innovation and feedback mechanism to ensure that XR reaches the last mile of this country. And I really want this session to be fun and interactive with inputs from all of you. So let's start with something as simple as I just want to know if you are a new developer, in the sense that have you already joined our program or not? So if you have not, could you just raise your hand on Microsoft Teams? Okay, we see a lot of new people joining in. This is great. And what about the people who are already a part of our program now? Could you please raise your hands? Okay, so welcome to all of you. And what I would really like to say is that this particular session is a good mix for both of those kind of developers who are new to the platform. You will get to understand what the capabilities of the product and the platform are, how we have grown over the last 1 year, and the kind of impact that you can create building XR experiences for the Indian audience. And for those who have been a part of our program over the last 1 year, this is going to be a recap session and also just will help you understand how much the efforts that you put into the program and what kind of result that they have shown and how we will be taking that to the consumer market. So let me start with sharing my screen and kickstart with something which has been buzzing the internet over the last few months, which is a term called the metaverse. The metaverse is something that, I define as an extension of the internet and a move from 2D to 3D virtual spaces for deeper interaction with fellow humans as digital avatars. So metaverse is currently popularized by gaming environments such as Roblox or Fortnite, where you can fantasize and imagine yourself as a character of your choice and interact with other players. But it goes beyond gaming and includes experiences such as virtual shopping, learning, concerts, movies, or even virtual collaborative yoga classes if you'd like. And blockchain will be the underlying technology that will run these experiences and power the 3D economy. And 5G will be the high bandwidth, low latency network that will enable these experiences to be utilized both indoors and outdoors seamlessly. Now, this is a more theoretical and a conservative definition of what the metaverse is. What I imagine the metaverse to be is this parallel digital universe where a whole different version of ourselves can create stories and destinies that go beyond the realities of the physical realm. It's a fun and a creative space where you can go as wild as your imagination. So, for example, in this life, I am Ishika who takes care of developer partnerships here at Tesseract. But in the metaverse, I could be, say, for example, Yennefer or Wengerberg, and I have these super magical powers, and I can fight with mages and elves and humans to save the universe. Think of this as a creative platform where you can garner the skills and you can utilize them to go beyond your imagination and bring these experiences to both consumers and enterprises. So this is what I define the metaverse as, and I would like to open this to our audience to understand if you would like to add to this definition of the metaverse. Here, I would really encourage you to think of yourselves as people who can define this industry because we are at the cusp of the XR peak, where the rules and the guidelines have not yet been defined, but we are in the process of doing so. So we have Amit Kumar who says it can be used for virtual education. Yes, of course, it can be used for virtual education. In fact, learning and concept retention is one of the bigger use cases that the metaverse or XR can actually bring forth. The virtual world with real world feelings is exactly what we imagine the metaverse to be like. It's about removing that barrier between humans and computers and becoming one with each other. Yes, of course. It's a spatial web powered by the cloud, taking away the limitation of having a powerful computer or limitation of creativity. Absolutely. And it's an extension of our house. Yes, it is. Integrating training solutions for global companies. Yes. So a lot of enterprise solutions are focused around improving productivity and efficiency and thereby revenues and profitability. It's a second home. Yes, absolutely. It's just you as a digital twin who can create a different version of yourself. It is indeed convergence of real world with the mixed reality. Okay, awesome. So, we have a fun and a creative bunch here, which is enthusiastic about building what the metaverse is. Now, coming to what we are doing here at JioTesseract, many of you have been through this before, but for those who haven't, at Geo, we have been building our own metaverse since 2015, even before Facebook or the big technology companies have announced it, in the last few months. Our XR ecosystem, or what we like to call the Geoverse, consists of XR devices, which is JioGlass. We have our own OS and cloud and mixed reality, and we have content and applications across gaming, learning, productivity, shopping, and the most important layer that we have in our ecosystem is that of connectivity, which is 4G, 5G, and fiber, which consists of more than 500 million network subscribers in India across all of these different connectivity layers, and bringing them all together in a way that we can make the metaverse open, we can make it affordable, accessible, and also available to every consumer that is on an internet connection. For those who have not seen GeoGlass, this is what this beautiful device looks like. It has the power of AI, AR. We have a personal theater-like feeling to it, where you wear it and it gives you the feeling as if you're sitting in an IMAX theater with spatial sound system. It's also an ergonomically designed and comfortable glass, which is extremely light, weighs about 75 to 80 grams. It's super easy to use. You can simply plug it in with your smartphone and start watching Netflix or YouTube videos right off the shelf. And of course, more than anything else, it has a device which has about 40 pixels per degree of clarity. So all in all, it's a powerhouse of an entertainment, media, gaming, and a learning device, which both consumers and enterprises can make use of in their uh, in their activities. Now, coming very simply to how you may ask, we're taking this to market. So on that, what we're doing is that Jio is, first of all, you need to understand that the largest telecom network in the country. What that gives us the ability to do is that in India, we have never had the problem of creating volume and that's also by the virtue of just having the maximum number of population in the world after China. What that does is that what that translates to is that on fiber, we have 3.5 million households which have subscribed to this network, which is growing at a rate of 20,000 households every week. On 4G, we have 450 million subscribers, and the 5G auctions are going to happen in March, where already 200,000 towers are ready. What we will be doing is we will be bundling our product, which is JioGlass, as a subscription with the JioFiber subscription that you have, and on top of that, the set-top box. So that makes us, so any experience that you create will get a ready audience of millions of users as soon as you start deploying them onto the platform. And our way of taking this to consumers is that we want to start with 2D experiences, which is that this is also something which has been validated by some of our peers, which is to say that currently, the 2D ecosystem or the mobile ecosystem is still the strongest, not just in India, but across the world. Like you still spend about 4 to 5 hours on your phone daily, and you interact with applications such as Amazon, Netflix, Uber, Swiggy, etc. Now, what you can do with these glasses is that you can take these 2D experiences into a 3D sphere by simply plugging in your device to the phone. So say for example, you watch a half an hour episode on Netflix or on YouTube. Now you can watch that exact same episode on JioGlass, right at the comfort of your home, and and it'll give you a feeling as if you're in an IMAX theater. So this is how we want to start inculcating that user behavior with our consumers, which consists of children, young adults, mature adults, and grandparents. It starts from an age group of 12 and goes up to as old humans can be. And the end result of it comes out as that we want to push XR and native 3D experiences to the consumers. So say, for example, in the media and entertainment sector, right now in the 2D sphere, you watch YouTube, Netflix, Hotstar. In XR or in GeoGlass, what we have are certain applications like GeoSavan, VTime, or Vasu XR. What they do is they give you 360, 4K, 8K videos that you can watch in a 360 format. In learning, you, for example, right now watch videos on YouTube, Byju's, or Coursera. On GeoGlass, we have Viative, Vidvat, and Photon VR, wherein you get the largest library of K to 12 content, and the retention abilities of this content is much higher because you get immersed into the concept learning itself. So say, for example, I want to learn about the process of photosynthesis. I can go as in depth as understanding the mechanisms of the stems of the roots and how the oxygen and carbon dioxide go in and go out to understand the entire process. In gaming, for example, I'm sure at some point or the other, everybody has been addicted to Candy Crush or Fruit Ninja. On GeoGlass, we have the similar experiences, but in a 3D format where you can interact with them with a controller, a 3DOF controller. Then in the social communication and collaboration space, we currently use Facebook, Instagram, Zoom, and WhatsApp for staying in touch with our near and dear ones. In GeoGlass, we have VTime and Matsuko. So VTime is a social collaboration application wherein you can create your own digital avatar and you can connect with any user, in any part of the world across multiple devices such as an Oculus or a GeoGlass or an Android phone or an iOS. And Matsuko is one of our applications which allows for holographic real-time video calling to happen across any part of the world. Similarly, for health and wellness, right now you use Headspace or CultFit to ensure that your fitness goals are on track. But similarly on GeoGlass, in a 3D format, we have Yaltic Fitness and Trip, What they help you do is they give you guided fitness sessions to help you work out, and also the meditative sessions that will help you breathe, calm, and focus on the task at hand. In terms of cooking, this is a personal favorite of mine because in cooking, like I love to look at cooking videos on YouTube, on Instagram, and then, and replicate them in real life. What is one thing which is very annoying for me is that my hands get dirty and I have to constantly wash my hands to scroll my phone. Now in GeoGlass, what now you can do is that you can just wear these glasses. The recipe will come in front of you, and since it's an AR device, so you will get access to both the recipe in a digital format, and your hands free, and you can just cook whatever you want to. You can chop your vegetables, you can stir it on the tawa, or even serve it to your guests. So this is just the kind of metaverse shift or the geoverse shift that we have been planning, right from a 2D experience to a 3D experience, and the kind of 3D experiences that we already have on board. And of course, most of you are welcome to build for the platform. Something to also understand about the kind of consumer reach that we're aiming for is, first of all, to understand from a B2C perspective that we're not a heavy gaming or an enterprise platform. We're a lifestyle and an entertainment device, which means that this device will go into a household which caters to every social sphere that you can imagine. So this device is, not just for, say, heavy gamers. It could be used by your grandparents. It could be used by your parents or your cousins. Here is just a quick visual snapshot of what this device could look like as we go into the market this year. So Geo Fiber is basically powering the bandwidth. And if you see, each individual person in this household is interacting with content of their choice. Somebody is watching a live sports match. Somebody is shopping. Somebody is playing hyper casual games. There is somebody who's on a holographic call. And then the other person is interacting with learning content. These are just some of the use cases that we as an industry have been able to define at this point in time. But you are the creative people who can go beyond these use cases and also build something which you feel will fit into the whole metaverse and bring value to users. Also on that, what I would really like for you guys to understand is that one of our partners, Whistling Woods, has been able to give us certain insights about the data and trends, especially in the media and entertainment sector from the year 2019 to 21. What you will understand here is that, and this is to great advantage of you, because India has the second largest digital population in the world right after China. And not just that, we are also a country which has started paying for content. So how many of you, say, for example, pay for at least one or the other content that you interact with on your phone? It could be a Netflix, it could be Amazon, it could be a game, it could be a fitness application that you play monthly or a yearly subscription to. See, almost everybody here is putting up their hands. That means that if you do build valuable and quality content, which is engaging and people are intrigued to spend more time in it, then they will definitely pay money for it. And we as a country and as an audience are changing that demographic altogether. Awesome. See, so I can see that almost everybody here pays for content, including myself. So some of the key trends that come out of this is that yes, subscriptions are growing. People are willing to pay for content, and that rate has gone from 10 million from 2019 to 28 million in 2021. We are also medium agnostic. We don't care which platform we are consuming content on. What we do value is quality content. Then, in terms of combining the TV set screens and the content consumption pattern changing, it's moving from group viewing to individual viewing. Then there's a big trend coming up in user generated content. So if we can create platforms that will allow people to create content and add value to the community and the platform as a whole, that will take your content one notch higher. And you may be surprised to know, but Hindi is not the dominant language of choice for a majority of users in this country. In fact, not that's not even English. So think about localization. Think about how you can take your content and optimize it for the audience that you will want to reach. It doesn't necessarily have to be just Hindi or English. And of course, it's about digital twins also, wherein an avatar system should be created where digital people can come in a virtual environment and interact with content seamlessly. Now, coming to the developer program, and this is something which is, very close to our heart because in the last 1 year, we as a team, our, entire marketing and our partnerships team, have all been, actively participating to ensure that, this is a kind of platform that we have been able to create. We have 500 application concepts which have been shortlisted. Around 300 developers have been onboarded, and 150 applications have been published. And that's not where we, stop. These are not just 15 applications that have been there. Let me just show you a glimpse of the kind of content that we have been able to create over the last 1 year. I hope everyone is able to see my video. And of course, this is just one video. If you want to see more of such stuff, just go and subscribe to our, I'm going to do this super cliche, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That I really want to highlight here is that these really cool videos, they weren't created by us. They were created by developers like you who are part of our community. And what you also get as part of this community is, of course, access to the largest XR audience in India and possibly the world. First market access and launch to an XR audience and product in India. Highest bandwidth with Geo Fiber and 5G services. We have a very developer-friendly SDK and development tools to help you get started. We have access to the largest XR app store in India. Not just that, but we also have a support team here that has been working day and night to ensure that you get the solutions on a timely basis. And there's a lot of guidance and mentorship and marketing outreach support that you get from us being part of the developer community. And it doesn't just stop here. It goes on to upskilling of developers wherein we ensure that you're getting the right learning material that can help you gain the skills that you need to start building applications. And there is a lot of networking that opportunities we provide you. We are also the VRARA Mumbai chapter leaders, and we conduct monthly sessions where we bring in experts and help you network with them and build your career opportunities in the AR and VR industry. We also have been conducting pre-COVID networks in Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore to bring people together so that they could be interact with fellow developers and conceptualize using design thinking concepts, ideas, and applications that they would like to build on GeoGlass. This was done last year, wherein 200 developers across 3 cities came for the meetups to experience GeoGlass and to brainstorm on application ideas. And of course, we also have a podcast which, we have launched as the platform to tell your stories to the world. It is about the people who are building the metaverse, and it's about time that we start sharing the story so that people understand the efforts that go into building a space like this. Not just that, we are also a partner in marketing and outreach, wherein, say, for example, during the National Tourism Day, we partnered with one of our partners called VTime, which involves digital avatars to travel in different locations. For the National Education Day, we partnered with Vidvat and Viative and Photon VR to help people understand the possibilities of education and learning in XR. And if you really want some inspiration, we also did a quick session with Uday Shankar, who is one of our youngest developers. He's only 11 years old. And he has built 2 applications, is on the process of building his third application for the GeoGlass platform. Last year, we also ran an incentive program for appreciation and recognition of the developers who have been performing excellently or during the program, where each month we would pick out three of the published application and give them the deserved appreciation. It was a mix of gaming, learning, and a lot of productivity applications. For example, there was Ludo, there is a cricket application called V20, a Surya Namaskar application which taught people the benefits of doing yoga. It was about Artsun, which was a 3D painting application. Exploders, a game which sort of tickles your mind and expects you to like fix a bomb in a 3D space. Memory matching game. It's a simple, quick kids game. Ancient Athens that allows you to travel to ancient Greece and understand the history of that country. It's about I3 monuments that helps you like travel to different and visualize different monuments in Rajasthan and learn their history. So it's a good mix of applications and content that has been brought together by our partners and which includes each one of you. And we also are looking forward to more such creative applications that our partners will bring in. We have an active developer support community on Discord. It's exclusively for the developers who will be joining our program. So if you have not joined the program so far, Priyanka and Tejas will share a link with you, which is the JioGlass Developers Program. You can quickly log into that and sign up and become a partner. The process for onboarding is simple. We have a partnerships team here, which is actively involved in ensuring that you get the right guidance and mentorship to take your applications from concept to deployment. Wherein you sign up for the program, we help you go through the legal formalities. We get on a call with you to understand what your concept is and brainstorm with you to ensure that it is relevant to the GeoGlass platform. We also have a product and a project management team here that will take up your projects and work with you to understand how is the best way possible that we can make this a consumer ready application and take it from development to publishing on the App Store. Now think about overall, like, everything that I've discussed so far about the metaverse, about geoverse, about the different initiatives that we have been running. It all comes down to you as a developer and what kind of an impact that you can create with us. So think of XR transformation has four pillars, which is XR devices, experiences, community, and connectivity. What you as a developer can do is you are the driving force which will be using these XR devices that a lot of big technology companies are creating, build engaging quality and quantitative applications which will be in conjunction with an XR community and which will utilize the XR connectivity of 5G and fiber, which will help us take as a community together metaverse to a consumer and an enterprise scale. And now I would really like you to hear from some of our partners who have been working with us. We have Robin from Catapult Design Studios, who has built an application called Pop Math and Chef's Assistant. She will be talking about how to bring global XR content to India. Then we have Rihan, who joined us as a GeoGlass developer 1 year back, and he has now grown to, he voluntarily started helping developers on Discord, and we were like, this person is super enthusiastic, so why don't we have him as part of our team? So he came to our office, has interned and worked with us, and is now on the path to also, building his own solutions for enterprise clients. And then, of course, we have Vishwajit, who has built not one, two, but six XR applications for the GeoGlass platform and has a very good eye for localization and Indianization of XR content to the extent where now he is pitching to a lot of big gaming companies in India and ensuring that his content and XR content can be utilized from not just 2D but a 3D perspective. So I would first like to invite Robin to just give her sort of inputs on how her experience has been building for the platform. Hi, Robin. So nice to see you.
Nice to see you. How are you today?
Very good, Robin. So excited to have you on board, and you've been building some amazing applications for the platform. How has your experience been?
You know what? It's been fantastic. So I do have a presentation, but I'm going to go totally ad lib instead because I think you've said many of the things I would like to say. The experience of being in on the leading edge technology has been absolutely amazing. At Catapult, we are so excited about all the possibilities. we've been bounded by so long because we haven't had the hardware. People don't always want to pick up a phone and experience AR. Now you have brought to us the fact that your 400 million more consumers will put on a pair of glasses and they can see what we're doing, like they can see the results of this. So let me start by saying, generally, the XR market is very exciting for us as well, because one of the most important things to me is that XR allows us to bring learning beyond literacy. So until now, people have to be literate to learn. We can go past that now. We can say, put on your pair of glasses and you can learn life-saving first aid. You can to cook, the cooking app you were talking about. You can
I
do all of these things, and you don't need to read and write. So to me, when I saw the catch line of democratizing, this is absolutely democratizing. This is going to bring people up, and it's going to be amazing. So our personal experience with Geo has been quite the journey. It's been very good. We were accepted a year ago, and in that time we built 2 apps, and we have a third one that's now in the alpha state. And right in the beginning, we knew that we were coming into a collaborative environment and a community, because the reach out, I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. Abhishek Jalka. He's been great to deal with. Absolutely. He's been great to deal with. And knowing that we have your expertise of the Indian market available to us has made such a difference to us. And then, of course, on the Discord channel, we know that there's support available if my developers have any issues. And it's lovely knowing that if we do want to certain features enabled, that you are listening, that there is the feature channel where we can ask for ground plane tracking and other features like that. So just in general, just the comment is that it's really clear from your side that we succeed together. You give us the platform, you give us the support, we build the apps, and just with your testing when we didn't have the hardware has been an amazing way forward. I'm so happy we can now put our devices down and put our glasses on.
Awesome,
So
Robin.
thank
It's been amazing having you on the platform, and the way that you're bringing global content that is usually prevalent in the US and the North American market, and bringing it to an audience in India and letting us experience that, and taking us and letting us take it to scale also. Appreciate this.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. I would now like to have Rihan on board, and talk to us a little bit about your experience building applications to now working with JioTesseract.
Hi, Shika. Hi, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so my name is Rehan, and before I begin, I think some of the greatest thing that JioTesseract does is that no matter where you are in your development journey, you can become a JioGlass developer. And the reason I say that is I had done XR development for only 3 months before I applied for the JioGlass developer, and Mr. Anupam came for a call, and I was so nervous. Will I be able to make it? But yeah, I joined the community to develop an application for the GeoGlass, because we are in a turning stage of an evolution of computers and the way we perceive the world through, not through screens anymore, but through XR. So I thought it was a great opportunity to come and develop. And I soon, as Ishika mentioned about supporting in the Discord channel, I realized soon that as developers, especially in this new form of development, it's very important that we as peer developers support each other. So I came up in Discord. I saw people struggling, and I remembered myself struggling when some of great developers supported me in the channel. So I always felt to give back to the community who has helped me out. So I went about helping the developers out there solve their problems, and it felt great, because when you solve the problems, you also get a chance to know someone, know what they are doing. Luckily, I also got a chance to work with JioTesseract for a few months as an intern, as a develop support engineer. Um, Going there was a life-changing experience, to be honest. I learned so much more in that about development, met some really cool developers, really cool people. learned a lot about bridging. I think one of the greatest thing I learned about was bridging Android with Unity. I didn't even know we could do that, and it was so cool. And it was really an exciting journey. And for all the developers out there, go out, join this program because there is a community there to help you. There are great developers and around 24/7 support out there, and you're really gonna enjoy it.
Rihan is one of those people who is giving 24/7 support, by the way.
Right.
Yes. And Rihan is right. We actually do encourage developers irrespective of their development journey to come join us. You could be students, you could be indie developers, content studios, AAA partners. Everyone is welcome to be a part of our community and platform. Thank you, Rihan.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
this and see you on Discord again. Now I would like to invite Vishwajit, who's also the founder and CEO of Novelty, to talk about localization and Indianization of XR content. Vishwajit, how do you go about making Ludo, karaoke, mandirs-like applications for a platform like JioGlass, and where do these crazy ideas come to your mind?
Yeah, hi Ishika. Hello everyone. So I try my best to speak the best English I know, but if sometimes I speak in Hindi, so don't mind. Okay. So as Ishika already told you guys that we already made like 6 apps. So the thing is clear. I am very shy in public speaking, so that's why I made a public speaking app to practice my own skills. Okay. I like playing Ludo, and most of the people in India we grew up playing Ludo. Okay, so the key is people don't want new things, they just want old things in new ways. So that's
Yes.
why I make the simplistic apps which people already play, but they'll get to play them in a different way, just to keep them engaged and do some new things and chat with new peoples. So most of our apps are just those things that I would definitely use as a user. With Geo, the team is mind blowing. They'll solve your most of the problems in like 5 to 10 minutes at all. The tech support is super. I've met their team and worked with them. They guys are awesome, and especially Shika and Apurv and Arnav, the way they provide you the feedback, it it improves your quality of games like tenfolds.
Thank you. And it's one thing that I want to highlight here is that it's a two-way relationship. If the developer is keen to build their applications, we are an enthusiastic team, then we want to take you to one notch higher. We want
Yeah,
to level you up. So
yeah,
it's about an equal motivation and participation from both developers and us as a partnerships team to you. So
yeah.
Vishwajit,
So
how do you go about now? Where have you reached to a point where you can now pitch, since you have experience building XR applications as an indie developer? How do you want to take this to the next step, and what kind of a strategy do you have going forward?
yeah, so we are in talks with some big AAA gaming companies that already have their audience, and their 2D games are performing very well at the Play Store. So now we are going to them and talking them about the AR VR wave, which is uh, going through right now. So if they do not change the way they play games or make games, then there's no point. They'll be their downfall will be soon. So we are in talks with some of the big gaming companies to port their games for GeoGlass and other AR VR platforms.
So think of all your popular games that you play on the 2D platform and think of how many years you will continue playing the same game. At some point, the why the metaverse and the talk about metaverse is so important is because these exact 2D games will in a span of a few years become obsolete. And the
Yeah,
next step of evolution is 3D games, which
yeah,
is exactly what we as a platform and community are building. So it's about also encouraging some of the big players and being able to pitch to them that, hey, you have a huge market ahead of you, and we are the people who can help you jump into it.
yeah, definitely. Because people want change. Every 10 or 20 years, there's something new that people want. They get bored. For example, when Facebook was new, we all thought कि भाई इसके बाद क्या होगा, Facebook से हम कब हटेंगे, क्या होगा. Then Instagram came and we all shifted to Instagram. Then Snapchat. Then it's like कि जो चीज़ है already उसको कुछ ना कुछ आके replace नया करेगा. So if you can see that opportunity, then you can do anything.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Vishwajit.
Yeah, welcome.
Now we have Bhumit, who is the head of our developer support. He will be introducing the Gmr Sdk, which is the most important tool for you to start building applications. Bhumit, can we have you on the chat, please, on a video?
Hi, Ishika. My videos visible and am I audible?
You are visible and audible. Uh, Bhumit, can you introduce everyone to GMR SDK? Tell them why
Uh,
it is
yeah,
such an
most of the
easy to use
developers.
platform and how they can quickly get started with it.
Okay, so anyways, all developers are familiar with what is the SDK. So I'll just quickly start with a non-technical definition of Gmr SDK. What we follow as a support team is not just a development tool. It's the collective experience of all our external developers plus internal developers. We bought this SDK to the level not with the only Geo experience, but developers like Vishwajit, Rehan all have contributed in that, and all our developer who are attending this meeting. There are few suggestions and few things experience is behind this SDK. So just this is not a tool for us. This is something beyond that. So what is basically GMR SDK is, yes, GeoMix Reality Software Development Kit, और ये हम बोलते हैं. This is not a standard. This is software development. You can develop multiple software on the Unity. इसलिए it's not a standard development kit. It's a software development kit for us. So basically, in any of the AR or VR SDK, what we get, two things is majorly we get is the rig to move in the 360 environment, and the second part is the interaction. We've been researching on the interaction with a different kind of UX, which is more comfortable to you guys. So currently, so we have given an emulator, save interaction emulator in the editor, so you can test it on the editor. Then we have secondary emulator is the kind of hollow board which majority of the developer you are using. So these are the basic interaction, and JMR rig made this SDK core. And apart from this, what we are offering apart from this, so each and every SDK offers this. But what is the different in the GMR SDK? So we have theme system. If you all are aware of it or not, I don't know. But the way you design your interfaces when you are developing any sort of application, so you need UI, UX, right? And you want your UX to complement your company, your brandings and everything, right? So in that particular case, we have quick design theme system, so you can go and quickly change some settings, and it is ready to go as per your branding and particular things. So this is a new thing. If you haven't explored it, so you guys can reach me out how to do that. I'll explain you, and many of the developer like Rehan and every knows, and many people are existingly using this. Second major benefit of this GMR SDK is the quick setup. So on one click, you can set up your entire scene and you are ready to go. So that is the major benefit of this GMR SDK. If you go to some other SDK, you have to set up many things. You have to go to settings and you have to set up many things. After that, you will be preparing your scene and you will be just publishing into the, and publishing comes with the different challenges. But here in the GMR SDK, whenever you want to publish or create an APK, it's a really easy task. Yeah, many developer will not agree with that because they are facing many manifest problems. So, but yeah, definitely we can help you that in that thing. So apart from this, this is all things are in the developer. This all things is in known by the many of the developers. What many of the majority of the developer who don't know what other features JMR SDK provides, which is not publicly available for all the developers. So that I would like to highlight here. So we have our own analytics APIs through and currently the current release version 4 4.12.4 it has inbuilt analytic system, so it will help us to just analyze our engagement time, how people are reacting on the games, how many times your app is being opened. So this all things will already has been included in this current SDK. And also apart from this, we are providing, if you want to log your custom analytics, then even we are offering analytics APIs to you guys, so you can just design your own analytical system, and you can push your whatever information you want through your app. Apart from this, we have even see majority whenever it comes to SDK, we need tools to develop quickly anything, right? So we have some different scrolls. Uh, we have majority two scrolls currently. That is one circular scroll, and another is custom infinite scroll. So where you can, so whenever you are, if you have a library of thousands of songs or thousands of video, so you can load that thumbnail into the one scroll and you are ready to go. So all this system we already have, but if you need in this case anything, so in that case, if you request us, so we can provide you this kind of tool. And yes, I have one more announcement regarding the new SDK. All got new releases on the Discord. Ishika?
Yes, so we have published our new SDK yesterday on Discord, and it's available to everyone who is part of the JioGlass Developers Program. So if you, again, if you haven't signed up or you're not a part of it, just head over to developer.tesseract.in and sign up to become to become a JioGlass developer. We will be in touch with you to ensure that your applications are published and they reach the consumers.
Okay, so in that case, I have one announcement for the existing developers who has been using our Gmr toolkit version 1 V1. So that is being depreciated from this application when we will not be supporting V1 toolkit anymore. So I request you all developers who is using V1 toolkit, they can switch to V2, and V2 has many other features, and also V2 can support this virtual controller and keyboard through their smartphone. So there are so many exciting features which is being developed on the V2. So I'll kindly request all of the developers to switch to V2 as soon as possible. So in the future we might face less problem. So this is the entire introduction to SDK. And yeah, guys, you are open to ask me any question related to SDK, and whatever doubts you have, I'm here to clear that.
Okay, awesome. So that brings us towards the end of the session. I would, really like to thank all of you for being a part of the whole program. This community, this whole program, and us taking GeoGlass to consumers is not possible without each one of you. And I would really like to give a shout out to all of our team members here, which is, Arnav, Priyanka, Anupam, Abhishek, Apurv, Tejas, Pooja, and Vijeta and Rohitesh, who have worked tirelessly over the last 1 year, and Bhumit, of course, and the entire support team, including Shubham and Naveen and Rehan and Shreyansh and Bhanu Teja, because it's a collective effort of us and you as a developer community to take XR to the market, and we really hope that this is an exciting year for us, uh, and we're able to bring about some significant changes in this industry together. So now I would like to also open the floor for everyone for question and answers. I am here and Priyanka is here to answer any sort of business and marketing related questions. And Bhumit is here to answer any support questions that you have. And we also have our developers here, which is Vishwajit, Rehan, and Robin to answer some questions that you may have for the community.
Great. Just one thing here, Ishika, maybe towards the end or sometime, because there are a lot of questions around, how to sign up for the program or, how
Uh-huh.
to access Discord link. Maybe what you can do is you can also take them through our website and show where they can fill what the form is. And see, at times it's probably it's a gap which is happening where we are trying to reach out to more people. Actually, we are more eager to reach out to you. And in case you're facing this difficulty, we would like to resolve that today. So Ishika, maybe towards the end can show you the form which you need to fill. So people who are experiencing problem where you think you have submitted but they have not got any received any response, please fill it again today and also leave your details in here so that early next week you shall receive a call from us or somebody from our team to ensure you are onboarded and they connect with you. And just one quick question that a lot of people are asking about the Discord channel.
Yeah.
So, see, Discord is a closed community for us, which is a dedicated channel created for all the dev members who are part of the existing program. This is a closed community. Hence, if you're interested and you want to be a part of that, which really delivers a lot of value to people and it's just growing up and above, so please sign up the GeoGlass Developers Program so that you can get this exclusive access to our to our Discord community. Over to you,
So,
Ishika.
so here we have, if you just go to join now, you can fill in all of your information. Um, you have to let us know, first of all, if you have experience building AR and VR applications. This is a big criteria for us to understand if you'd be a good fit for the program or not. It's also important for you to let us know what kind of platforms you have already built applications on, and let us know what your company or your publisher name is. Your website, and let us know which particular game engine do you use to develop applications. We at this point in time only have Unity. Our Unreal engine is under development. So this is the information that you have to do and just submit it to us. There you go. So as in when this happens, we can, one of us will just get in touch with you. We will guide you through the entire development process. And again, coming back to how you will get access to Discord is very simple. It's this process. Once we go through this entire sign up process and you're on board with the concept that you want to build for GeoGlass, we induct you, we give you access to our SDK, we give you access to our design toolkits, and along with that, the GeoGlass developer community. This is a closed community specifically for developers who are, exclusively building for the platform. Of course, we want to make this more open, but for the time being, due to legal restrictions, we have kept it only to a closed community. Any other questions that you guys have related to the program, related to any development issues that you may be facing? This is the good platform to ask questions since our entire team is here. It was mentioned that you're an undergrad and I don't belong to any organization or company. What should I fill in? You can, of course, join as an individual also. Till the time you have skills to build in Unity and you have an understanding how to build AR and VR applications, we're very happy to work with you. We are a development company based at Dubai, UAE, working on government projects. Can we be a part of the program? Of course, Robin is an amazing developer who has joined us from Canada. There is no restriction in terms of geography or location. You are free to join and build applications for the platform irrespective of your country of origin. Ma'am, what to write in the company blank space? I'm a student. You can join as an individual developer also. So that is not a problem. We encourage indie developers to also join and learn and upskill themselves. Does GeoGlass allow complete virtual metaverse, completely wheeling real world? So the GeoGlass is an AR headset at the time being. We are also to just a reminder, we're not just a product company, we're a platform company. So we will soon be coming out with VR headsets and enterprise editions also. So, but for the timing, GeoGlass is an AR headset, so it does not allow complete isolation. It allows the digital information to be overlaid on your physical or the real world. How can we partner? And just let us just join the GeoGlass Developers Program. Let us know what you're interested in building, which category specifically you want to build on. If you have a great idea, we would love to brainstorm it with you and help you bring it on the platform. How is GeoGlass different from Google Glass? So Google Glass came and went away. GeoGlass is a new age device. It's also very different because Google Glass was used primarily for enterprise use cases. GeoGlass is a consumer focused and a B2B focused also device. We are also bringing together a lot of content on it, and we have a larger scale when it comes to India market. What will the dev kit include? So the dev kit will basically include your GeoGlass, the device itself. It will include a compute unit. It will include the controller, nose pins, and a charger. Nose pin so that it aligns it's an ergonomically designed device, which the nose pins will help it sit comfortably on your face structure. Custom made Skybox is only the pre-built Sky that is in the SDKs. This is something that Bhumit should be able to answer. Does the SDK support custom made Skyboxes or only the pre-built Sky that's in the SDK?
So basically, it's depend on uh, in which mode you are using GeoGlass. So if you are using GeoGlass into AR mode, so there is no Skybox at all. And if you are using in the VR mode, so yes, you can use your custom Skyboxes.
There is, I have already been in a call earlier and working on a project. I need the glasses and devices to test it on. Of course, Sankalp, just be in touch with the developer manager and we will get the GeoGlass over to you in a couple of months. We have already, just to update all the developers here, we are starting with customer trials in the month of February, wherein we are putting a certain number of devices in the market for users to get an understanding and hands-on experience with the GeoGlass. It's a great time for our partners to also put in their content, because this is the first time that XR content will go in the hands of Indian consumers, and for them to understand and analyze how their content is performing. So if you really want to be part of these customer trials that we are starting in the next 2 weeks, you should definitely sign up for this program and start building applications. Or if you're already building applications, I would request you to get them to a consumer ready level so that we can start deploying them and start getting quick results and analysis and insights as to what will work, so that we can help the platform grow, the app store grow, and you as a developer also evolve into into a person who can build, who is confident of bringing XR content to users. Can I get in touch with you regarding the same? I am an undergrad, wanted to develop VR on JS as well. Sure, we have a good base of undergraduates who know how to build in Unity. If you have a unique concept, we are very happy to work with you on your projects. The pricing for developers is something which is under the works at this point in time. We will soon reveal it to everybody. Though what we are doing is that with our partners who have been working with us since the past few months, and they're building some engaging content, we are happy to give you the dev kit in an agreement where you can get it easily and you don't really have to go the extra mile to get your hands on one. Bhumit, does GeoSDK support runtime image recognition feature?
Yeah, GeoGlass does support, but we doesn't have that publicly API. So even our internal projects, yeah. So we need to check with the platform team that we can roll out this feature to public or not.
Okay.
So already we have camera APIs in place for every developer. So we can use camera using the APIs on the particular request. We can provide you camera APIs and rest of the things if you know, or we can help you to achieve this thing.
Okay, so if we already have apps on Oculus, how can we integrate to here? Your application, like the structure and the mechanism of it will remain the same. However, you may have to modify and optimize it for our SDK and our platform. It's super easy. We in fact have a lot of developers who have built applications on existing platforms, and we encourage them to sort of bring them in a high value and a low sort of effort way to bring them to GeoGlass also. It's a great way to see if like content which has been working well in the North American and Europe markets, is it also going to work well in the Indian market if you already have published your applications on Oculus? We do not support hand tracking at this point in time. However, it's in our feature pipeline, and right now our device is freed off. As mentioned earlier, our way of entering the metaverse is through 2D experiences, and then encourage users to get into a space where they can start experiencing native 3D applications. So hand tracking in Sixtoff is definitely in our pipeline, but you would have to wait for it and for us to get insights from consumers as to what they're liking, and then slowly start integrating these features into our development kits also. Do the post processing layers effects work on the SDK? Also, is can JMR SDK be used to develop native Android apps?
Yes, a few of our developer has achieved that. We haven't, we doesn't allow developers to use post processing because people are using HoloBoard. But definitely, who knows the difference between the GeoGlass and HoloBoard? Already, our developer and support engineers have achieved that, and we can help them to achieve this post processing. And yeah, we don't Gmr Sdk we can't use for native Android application development. Yeah, but whatever GeoGlass application is being developed, that is on Android platform. So end result would be the Android APKs.
Thank you. I hope that answers your questions, Darshan. Does GeoGlass support any browser? We do have a WebXR plugin feature. However, that is yet to be rolled out to the developers publicly. Internally, some of our developers do have access to it, and they are bringing in web plugins into their applications. How does monetization work? So our monetization is similar to other XR platforms right now, wherein we have paid applications, free applications, and subscription-based applications. Over a period of time, as we grow the consumer base, we will start integrating advertisements and other monetization methods which can be utilized for revenue generation for developers. What is the timeline for consumer release? As I just mentioned, we are starting with the soft release in the next 2 weeks, wherein we will be giving GeoGlass to a certain number of households, specifically GeoFiber households, and we will be getting those insights from them. So you can consider towards the next 4 months when we will start going full blown into the consumer market. Bhumit, can we use OpenCV image recognition developed in Unity? Can it work on GeoGlass?
Currently, no, because we are providing SDK layer and service layer. So directly you can't use OpenCV with the GeoGlass.
Somebody asked, can we support complete virtual metaverse development now? Yes, of course. We in fact have within the Geoverse itself, we have many applications which are an end-to-end metaverse where digital avatars are traveling in different locations and interacting with each other, becoming friends. It's cross-platform and it's being used across devices. So yes, that feature is definitely something which is not dependent on us, but on you if you can create that space and a platform and application like that. No, we do not support Snapchat Insta filters. They are very specific to Snapchat and Instagram. GeoGlass is a separate device in a platform where you have to integrate your applications with our SDK to build content. Yes, correct. We have AR. GeoGlass is AR at this point in time. When can we expect VR and MR? So VR is something which is in our pipeline, and in fact, the next product, the consumer product that we are planning to launch is going to be VR also. Correct. We only have a wireless version at this point in time. Of course, the Holy Grail is something where we want it to be hands-free. However, as we initially mentioned, our go-to-market strategy is linked to 2D experiences since it's the largest market in this country with mobile video consumption. So we want the 2D experiences to be 2D to be converted to 3D first of all for users. We want them to start plugging in GeoGlass with their YouTube and Netflix on phone to start viewing it for at least 30 to 40 minutes. And once they're familiar with the 3D space, we want to slowly start moving them to 3D native and AR and VR full-fledged experiences. Abhishek, we have a very robust support team here, and the marketing team will ensure that you definitely get in touch with us if you are an eligible developer for the program. So the brief about onboarding process for developer companies, our onboarding process is the same for any developer who wants to join us for the B2C launch. It's simple, just sign up for the program. One of us will get in touch with you. We will understand what you exactly want to build for the platform. We will, if we feel that it's relevant and it's something which we can also help you brainstorm, we will work with you to ensure that it gets published on the platform. How can you get access to the Gmr Sdk? Once you become part of the program, we go through certain legal for documentations and work. Once that is done, we give you free access to the Gmr Sdk and the Discord community, and you can get started with your development. Yes, we do have in audio output. We definitely have a spatial audio which is inbuilt in the stem of the glasses. But a, a audio output, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yes, we do have. Once you become a GeoGlass developers, you will get access to our companion application. The companion application lists all the applications which are publicly available on the GeoGlass XR App Store. The battery can easily last to about 1.5 hours on the compute unit and about 2 hours if you're using it on the phone.
Well, I think it has been quite an interesting session. Lots of questions from people who have listed out writing, right from ranging from joining the dev program to their questions about the device. And I must say that has been the most awaited session, because even if when we did it, I think last Dev Connect session in the month of November, there were lots of questions being thrown at us, and I'm sure your queries and you have some kind of clarity in and around what we are doing. A lot of things, because as we have not launched the product yet in market, we are unable to share. So please excuse us for that, but putting faith in you guys and your interest in your passion, we have actually shared and tried to give and share across as much as information we can. I'm sure when you join the developers program, we would be able to help you with more information in detail, because then you become part of our family, and we want you to grow. And this is a space which basically we have a vision, as I stated in the beginning of the session. India is an untapped market. Something like what GeoGlass is being prepared right now does not exist in the market. So, people who want to be a part of it, there is an early adopter access. You also get the early market share, where you're trying to, get in the Indian households where people have really no access and understanding. Just think it like how mobile phones were introduced back then, and people really never knew this could be a part of our lives. Like we can't forget other things, but definitely not our phones. So going forward in future, things related to the device that we are making and the other generations that are going to be coming from the JioTesseract and JioGlass family, I'm sure is going to transform big way the how we say it, it's going to transform watch, learn and play going forward for the future. And we want your support, we want your skills to uplift this experience for the consumers and the people who are in the business space. So please sign up, and here is a quick snapshot for you, as in where do we stand right now. We had our humble beginnings, and we are today at a very very strong robust foundation that we are trying to just build up and above behind it. So sign up for our developers program. We have many other things which are lined up, which are here. We have Dev Connect session like this, which is going to happen every month. Feel free to write down what topics do you want us to cover in or around GeoGlass Developers Program, our product, or any other topic that can help you upskill. Apart from that, we have a podcast called Humans of XR. I'm not really sure how many of you already know about it. So Ishika is the host who's been speaking and bringing fantastic conversations from the people of XR. So not just, making this a tech thing, but connecting tech to people and people to tech kind of a synopsis. So you can see and hear all of this on our YouTube channels, on channels for podcasts like Spotify, JioSavan, Apple Podcast, and other channels. And try to connect with us in case you have any fantastic ideas. We are always open to hear. If you want us to promote you, if you're already a developer, let us know how you would want to add value to the community, and we can create a platform for you, which is right here right now. And again, just to conclude, there are many other interesting things which are going to be coming with respect to where you can bring your own friends who can build together with you and get rewarded. Just a slight sneak peek about that. Also something where you want to help the community member and want to create an opportunity for yourself. Something on such phase will also be coming on Discord. So it's just that the team here at Tesseract is working rigorously to support you and request your support in exchange. So with that, I'd like to thank Ishika for helping us and giving the developers so much detailed insight. And I hope for our audiences, we have done justice to your time. Please do leave your comments in the section here in the chats about your experiences and feedback so that we learn and we improve for our next sections, for our next sessions. Apart from that, I thank Bhumit also for being part, Tejas, Pooja, and my other team members who have been working rigorously to bring you the best content and help you in the growth journey of building the XR for the next internet users, billion internet users in India. With that, I'd like to sign off. I'll leave the chat section open for a few minutes if you want to drop your contacts where you want us to connect with. There is also an email ID that we have left, which is developers@tesseract.in. If you're not able to reach out, just do this, or all of us are available on LinkedIn. You can reach out to any of us, and we are sure team will get back to you at the earliest. With this note, Ishika, any closing thoughts from you? And then we can wrap up.
Yeah, I mean, I would just like to say thank you to all of you for joining, first of all. And my last, closing note would be that India is a country, which has a lot of volume in terms of users, which a lot of other countries have so much problem, building. But this volume can only be effective if we build value content for them. So always think about use case and value and engagement, value building any content for AR and VR, and stop thinking of it as a gimmick and start thinking of it as a technology that will start effectively playing a role in people's life and how you can help them with it. So whenever you send us concepts or applications that you want to build, just ensure that these are things that are in the back of your mind when we have this conversation. And thank you very much. Appreciate your time and that you could spend 2 hours of your Saturday with us. And I hope this helped you. Looking forward to chatting with so many of you after this session and onboarding you onto the platform and seeing your applications get published on JioGlass also.